All right, this lesson is about the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Now, the Pythagorean theorem is this one. If it is a right triangle, then you can use the Pythagorean theorem, okay? The converse of that, the word converse means flipping an if and then statement, the two parts. So the purple trades places with the green, as a converse would mean. So if you can use the Pythagorean theorem, then it is a right triangle. So this section is filled with yes or no questions that are on here. So we're going to be proving that something's a Pythagorean theorem. So I've been given all three sides, okay? So we know that this one is the hypotenuse. I know there's no 90-degree marker, but it's the largest side. So that's the other way you can figure out if something is the hypotenuse. So we know that this one is C. So 7 squared plus 24 squared has to equal 25 squared. So this one we know is at least 49, right? 49. Plus this one we know is 625. This one is the one we have to figure out. So I'll do 24 times 24 over here. In this section, you'll have a calculator. So you won't be doing this. But in reality, it isn't all that difficult. So 576. 576. So all I did was square this, and square this. So now I have this. So I add this together, right? So we got 49 plus 576. So the 9 and the 6 are going to make a 5 with a 1 here. And then a 4 and a 7 is going to make 11 with a 1. It's going to make 12. And then that's going to be a 6. Does 625 equal 625? Yes. That means that I've proven this is a right triangle, so I can put a little 90-degree angle right there. Okay? So yes, this is a right triangle. Okay? Now let's do another one. Instead of going sideways, I'm going to go up here. There we go. So is this a right triangle? Same exact thing. The 3.7 is over here, so it's going to be the C. Let's move this up a little bit so I can work. Is this a right triangle, right? Let's start with green. So it's going to be 1.3 squared plus 3.5 squared equals 3.7 squared. So 1.3 times 1.3, that's going to be 1.69. That one's easy. 3.5 times 3.5, that's going to take a little bit of math, so we'll work over here on that. So 3.5 times 3.5, that's going to be 25, that's going to be 17, that's going to be 15, that's going to be 10, that's going to be 1, oh, I'm backwards here. That's going to be 5, 2, 2, 1. Yep. So 1,225 is this one. Now we're going to do 3.7 times 3.7. 3.7 times 3.7. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4 is 25. 0, 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. That's going to be 9. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 3. That's going to be 1. So it's going to be 1,369. 2 decimal points, so it should be there. 2 decimal points, so it should be there. So now we're going to be checking, is this a right triangle? Okay, do these two add up to make this one? So I'm going to put 1.69 right underneath it. And we're going to add. This is going to make 4, 1, this is going to make 9, this is going to make 3, and this is going to make 1. So this is going to make 13.94, and this is going to make 13.69. Hopefully I didn't mess up anywhere, but this is a no. They are not the same. But what if you round it to the whole number? No, they are not the same, so it is a no. Okay? So that one's not that bad. So not a right triangle. Here's the last example before you practice. Okay, I should have paused it every time we finish. So once we're done, pause it if you want to write down the question. Now, For this one, the square root of this one and the square root of that one. This looks complicated, but it isn't. This is the hypotenuse, because this is going to be 5 point something, and that's also going to be 5 point something, okay? You should know that 28 and 26, the square root of 28 and 26 is 5 point something. It's an irrational number, but this is actually going to make it very easy to do this. So 26, the square root, squared, so plus the square root of 28 squared, so a squared plus b squared equals 8 squared, okay? So let's find out. Now, when you have a square root and a square, those are opposites of each other. So they just cancel each other out. So you're left with 26 here. Here, they cancel out again. So you're left with 28 here. And 8 times 8 is 64. You combine these, and you get 54. Does 54 equal 64? No. So again, don't get thrown off by the square roots. They're really, really simple. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Hopefully, if you needed me to pause there for 3 minutes, they did. So, I want you to figure out if this is a right triangle. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to do this, so pause the video for 4 minutes so they can practice and see if they got it. All right, 4 minutes should have passed. Now we're going to check. This is going to go pretty fast because we know this. We know that this is the C. Okay, 6 squared plus 8 squared has to equal 10 squared. If it doesn't meet the requirements. Okay, if the Pythagorean theorem doesn't work on something, it's not a right triangle. So this is going to make 36. This is going to make 64. This is going to make 100. This is going to make 100. And this is going to make 100 right here. So they are equal to each other. So this is a right triangle. Okay? I think I have one more for you guys to practice with. Okay? Try this one, another 4 minutes before I go on. Good luck. Check if it's a right triangle. And I'm back, right? So this is going to be at, let me see, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 6 is going to be c. The other two do not matter where they go. So this is going to be 9 plus 16. Does that equal 36? This plus this makes 25. So 25 does not equal 36. So this is a no for being a right triangle. And that's the lesson.